Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Rayz Dayz, episode 137 of the show, where I recap my week, talk about it. I let you know what I've been up to. And I got to say, this week, I worked my ass off. I worked so much this week. It was ridiculous. Like, I was at the point where it's like, I need to get this project done, or whether I burn out or not. Like, it's got to get done. I was up late at night, woke up early in the morning, worked all day just to try and get this project finished. And what the project was technically started a year ago. As I mentioned in the last episode, in the past few weeks, I recently changed where Inspired Disorder Plus was hosted. It used to be hosted through my website, but as the subscription to that feature came due, in order to save money, because I am trying to prevent homelessness, I put all that content that was part of the member benefits of Inspired Disorder Plus and moved it back over to Patreon, where it initially started. Although it's changed. It changed when I moved it from Patreon over to my website, and it even changed and clarified and got more focused and more organized in this round going back. So the big project, right? Not just migrating all of the data, but also figuring out a way to make sure everything is super organized, super easy to access. So if you sign up for Inspired Disorder Plus by going to inspireddisorder.com/plus, signing up for $5 a month, you get access to all of the member benefits at the tip of your fingers. And I found a great way to do that, mostly using YouTube and YouTube playlists. Because it worked out beautifully. So one of the major aspects of that was migrating all of the podcasts that I've done over the past years before the Ray Taylor Show, and migrating that into video form, because most of those podcasts were audio only. So I had to edit a bunch of audio into video, which, that takes enough amount of time. I mean, I had a 24-hour long podcast, which I rendered in a 24-hour file, which I found out that YouTube does not allow you to upload 24-hour long videos. It is capped at 12 hours, so it's a two-parter episode. But 12 hours either way. I'm glad I was able to do it in 12-hour chunks. In addition to that, I had a bunch of other podcasts. In total, when you sign up for Inspired Disorder Plus, there are 14 different shows that I produced over the years before the Ray Taylor Show. A total of, I believe, 618 episodes. And one of those is 24 hours long. So it's a lot of audio, a lot of video, which turned into video, but I got all of that done, right? So if you sign up, it's super easy to find the live painting replays that have the addition of a separate camera angle when you watch it. So it's even different than the live version you will see when I broadcast live Thursdays on YouTube at 420. That just has a single camera angle. The live replay has two angles. You can listen along to the podcast. I choose a classic podcast episode to listen to while I paint. And you can hear am I talking to the podcast, which I do sometimes, or maybe yelling at my roommate's kid to stop knocking on my door because I'm recording a live painting video. So you get that version, a better edited version of the live replay, right? Get to watch the paintings be made before they get released to the public. I also started a YouTube playlist that allows you to see the paintings, the finished paintings, before they get released to the public. You can purchase them before they get released to the public at the members' specific price, the discounted price, which that is a video playlist. So that playlist gets updated every Thursday night. So by Friday morning, you will be able to see all of the new artwork, the 7 new paintings that will be sold the following week. So you get, by Friday morning, you get the live replay, and by Saturday morning, you get access to purchase and view all the new paintings that I did. So those are 2 new things that I was able to streamline. So it's like one post, right? When you sign up to Plus, it's got the different categories of benefits you get. So that was an easy thing to do. Also upgraded the graphics, which I was happy to do. You know, make the Inspired Disorder Plus logo and all that stuff look cool. Also able to fine-tune what all the benefits were. So you get the members-only discounts and deals. You get complete back catalog, 14 shows, 618 episodes. You get my personal blog, obviously. You get my creative writing. So in the creative writing, I have found a bunch more creative writing that I was doing over the years that wasn't published anywhere. So all of my creating writing, probably like 20 pieces, somewhere around there, 15 to 20 pieces are up of creative writing that is only available to Inspired Disorder Plus members. It's not public anywhere online or anywhere else. The only place you can read my creative writing is if you're a member of Inspired Disorder Plus. So I was able to find a bunch of my old creative writing, which I started back in the MySpace days and have done off and on over the years since then, over the past 15 years or so that I've been doing creative writing. And then obviously you get to Ask Me Anything. So being able to get all of the podcasts transferred, converted over into video was major. So each podcast has its own playlist, right? Aside from Inspired Disorder podcast, which has 3 different playlists, which I might actually change up the groups of those because that show went through a few different versions. So I think I want to do a separate playlist for each version instead of splitting it up by every 100 episodes, because that was like 380 episodes total. Let's take a little break from the show to promote. I figured out a way on my website to offer prints for every single painting. So if you go to a painting, you can buy the original painting or you can buy a print for everything. Artwork that you don't want to spend $100 plus on, 9 by 12 inch ink painting on paper, $100 for the original one-of-a-kind piece of artwork. Paintings range in price depending on their size. The 8 by 10 print, $20. Available in the store at inspireddisorder.com. And now let's get back to the show. So I got all the podcast episodes converted, got everything organized, got everything cleaned out, added a landing page on my website to give everybody all the details of everything to easily sign up. It feels so good. There is no high I get like I do when I finish a big project. Also tends to lead to depression afterwards, but the depression hasn't hit because I think I've still been fine-tuning little things. But at this point, as I'm recording this, it is 100% live. Every benefit is there, ready to access. A project that I started over a year ago, finally finished it. I didn't work very much on it the past year because it's so daunting how much just converting everything. And for whatever reason, I was able to get ahead on watching all of my movies for like the top 5s and everything. I had extra time. So, and once I got started on it, I was like, okay, like I got some momentum and I was like, I need to finish this now. I need to and I just worked constantly. I just couldn't help myself, just constantly working. And then the day after I was done, I was just like so brain fried and dead. Took a complete day off. Wasn't really able to focus on much and just did a lot of sleeping. But yeah, super happy that Inspired Disorder Plus is completely available. All the benefits, adding the new benefits of getting access to the paintings the few days before they go public, before they start going public. Because it's one painting per day starting on Monday, ending on Sunday, but the Saturday before, you get to see all 7. And you can purchase at the discounted price. So super stoked about that. Super happy that I was able to do that. Found all my creative writing over the years. Found a podcast that I forgot I had access to. So was able to get all of that put up and cleaned up and all of that stuff over this past week. So I'm super stoked. So please, $5 a month, support an artist, get a bunch of content that nobody else has access to, podcasts that I used to produce, creative writing that nobody gets to read, my personal thoughts and opinions on things, updates on stuff with my personal blog. And if I get to certain thresholds, I want to add new things. Do stuff like have patrons, have members vote on what top 5 episodes I'll do, like vote on different categories for top 5, request movies for me to review, eventually do like watch-alongs, so we watch a movie together, do different things if I get enough members signing up. So there's a lot of things. Now that it's completely done and all I have to do is make a couple videos that I was doing anyway and getting those posted up. Like tonight when I edit all of the podcast episodes, by tomorrow morning, by Monday morning, if you're a member of Inspired Disorder Plus, you will get to listen and or watch to the entire week of Ray Taylor's show Monday morning. Binge the full week ad-free. So all that stuff is set up and functioning at a high level, and I'm super stoked about it. So that's been the big part of my week. Also got an order for a couple paintings, so thank you. If the holidays are here, support an artist either by signing up for Inspired Disorder Plus by going to inspireddisorder.com/plus, or purchase artwork, or purchase prints, or shirts, or merch. Go to inspireddisorder.com/shop. Shop till you drop. Every penny you spend goes to support an artist and not a billionaire. I can use your support way more than Jeff Bezos. And I will try and get those orders to you before the holiday season is over. Obviously, I will do my best. I don't have a factory of underpaid employees doing all of my work for me, so I'll get those done as soon as possible. But that is what I hope for. The major thing, I hope by the end of next week, I hope next week's episode, I will be talking about how I got hundreds more paintings available to be purchased as prints through the website, and get that rolled out even more. That big project that needs to happen, updating my website to have prints available for all of the paintings that I sell. So yeah. And also, I plan on adding new tiers. So if you want to donate more than $5 a month, you will get added benefits, which will be displayed when I figure those out. But that's in the future. Other than that, I also baked a pie. Thanksgiving's coming up. By the time this episode comes out, Thanksgiving will have already happened. But I'm recording this before Thanksgiving. I record all of the podcasts on Sunday, and they get rolled out the next day throughout the week. So this is past Thanksgiving. And before Thanksgiving, I love pumpkin pie. I'm not a big fan of the pumpkin spiced everything. Like, the only thing I love that tastes like pumpkin, aside from pumpkin cheesecake, is pumpkin pie. So I got myself a pumpkin pie, baked it, turned out good. Had to bake it in my little toaster oven because I don't have a kitchen. I have a little kitchenette in my studio, and it turned out great. It was delicious. I kind of want to have another one. I might order and I might get another one when I go shopping this week before Thanksgiving. Hopefully they're not sold out. Wouldn't be surprised if they are. But I was able to bake a pie this week too, so I was kind of happy about that. A little treat for myself. Let's take a little break from the show to promote the benefits of Inspired Disorder Plus. So you go inspireddisorder.com/plus. Sign up, $5 a month. You get to binge the full week of the Ray Taylor Show ad-free. You get to watch all of the live painting videos I do. You get a special members-only discount and deals for all of the artwork and merch that I sell. You also get the complete podcast back catalog of every podcast I've ever produced, hundreds of episodes, countless different podcasts. You also get access to my personal blog. A new blog comes out every week. In addition to that, you get my creative writing that I'm releasing. You also get access to Asking Me Anything. 14 years of experience podcasting. I've been creating art my entire life. I've been using Photoshop since middle school, and you can contact me to ask me questions about that or anything else. So those are the benefits for signing up for Inspired Disorder Plus. And now let's get back to the show. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week, right? Pretty good week. And as I want to talk about, and with every episode, maybe I talk about things that aren't going well. This has been more of a positive episode. But every episode, I want to end with talking about something I'm thankful for. And this week I'm thankful for a thing that provides the means of cooking in a very convenient way, and that is I am thankful for my air fryer. My air fryer I got as a gift for Christmas 2 years ago, I want to say, and it's made cooking so many things so easy and convenient. It's like a toaster oven on steroids. You know, you put the food you want to be cooked in this little basket, you turn it on. It takes less time than if it was in an oven. You know, you're able to do stuff that would require you to fry the thing. Like I've been making French fries from scratch, right? Just buying potatoes, chopping them up, different sizes, different things, soaking them to make sure to soak out all the starch, and then putting them in the air fryer, making like homemade French fries, putting seasoning on there like Cajun seasoning or whatever. So good. Use it I use it so much. Like, I love a tool that I can use the fuck out of, right? My notebooks, one of my tools that I use, I just started a new notebook. I use the fuck out of it. Use it for taking notes for every episode. I use it for anytime I need to write anything down. Use it for, if I need to write something down, it's being written in this one place in my notebook. I have one pen. I have one fountain pen that I just fill up with ink every time it runs out, instead of having to go through new pens all the time. Use the fuck out of the pen. Use the fuck out of the notebook. I bought a laptop last year. This time last year, my laptop died, and thankfully I had money saved, so I was able to buy a new laptop, which is the tool that I use the most of. And similarly, use the fuck out of this air fryer, right? The display doesn't read correctly. The display's breaking down, but it works like a charm. I love it. It's great. Like, I use it more than anything. I mean, I use my hot plate a lot, right? I use my hot plate and my air fryer the most. Rarely do I ever use my toaster oven, aside from when I baked my pumpkin pie. Used it for that. Maybe if I'm making toast, I'll use my toaster oven. Very rarely do I ever use my toaster oven at all anymore. Sometimes I use the microwave, obviously, to reheat things, but by far and away, the thing I use the most is the air fryer, and I love it, and it's the thing I'm thankful for. And I'm thankful for that being a gift that somebody got me. I never would have bought it myself. I had heard about air fryers. It's been a very popular item over the past few years, especially over the pandemic, where everybody's kind of learning how to cook, teaching themselves how to cook, as I did. I use it all the time, and I love it. So that's what I'm thankful for, my air fryer. So let me know what you're thankful for. Hit me up on social media. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But that's been my week. Finishing up that project, obviously watching all of the movies. I'm super far ahead on my movies to watch for my top fives, which is great. I'm like 2 weeks ahead at this point, which is great because it means the week I'm working on right now, movies wise, is 90s Christmas movies. Right? I grew up in the 90s, a lot of great Christmas movies. It's, we're going to be into December here pretty soon. So there's a bunch of Christmas movies that I'm going to enjoy watching to kind of transition myself from all of the horror films I was watching in the previous month or two, to now transitioning to the saccharine and sweet Christmas films. And hopefully I will maintain my productivity and be able to release and talk about new things that I've been working on. But that will be next week. We'll see what happens. But I hope everybody else is having a great week. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, or whatever you do, Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving. If you spent it by yourself, I hope you treated yourself to a fun meal. That's what I tend to do. I tend to, I'm not big on being around people. Don't have family that I care to exist around. I generally, for Thanksgiving, a lot of times will cook barbecue. Baby back ribs. I think last year I did coleslaw, pulled pork. I made pulled pork sliders, potato salad, But, it's always like a splurge of a meal, right? I'll put more effort into my meal and really gorge, but do it with non-traditional Thanksgiving food, because I think most Thanksgiving food is pretty overrated. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and as the weekend comes up, enjoy the movies that you go see with your family, and don't treat the theater employees like shit. It is by far the busiest weekend of the year for movie theaters and movie theater employees. So, be nice. Be nice.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at InspiredDisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at InspiredDisorder.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.